Hey, Tom here from the Run Testers with another running shoe first run review. In this video, myself and Nick are going to be taking a look at the Nike React Infinity Run Flyknit 3. Big thanks to ProDirect for sending us the shoes that we used for testing in this video. We don't get paid by ProDirect to do this, so we can say whatever we want. But thank you for getting us these early so that we can test them out. Okay, let's jump in and see what we thought on the first run. The Nike React Infinity Run Flyknit 3 costs £145. We don't have a US price at the moment. It weighs in at 310 grams or 10.9 ounces for men in a size 9. We couldn't actually find information on the drop at the moment, but the Infinity Run 2 was 9mm drop for men and an 8.4mm drop for women. The React Infinity Run Flyknit 3 is an updated version of Nike's popular daily running shoe. It's a solid option that ticks a lot of boxes for people who want a good balance of comfort and versatility, from slow training runs to more demanding sessions. The midsole is made from Nike's React foam, offering a balanced ride that feels cushioned without being noticeably soft. That midsole also features a wide base for added stability, and there's a rocker to promote a smooth motion when running. The upper is made from a stretchy Flyknit that feels roomy and breathable but still offers a secure fit, and there's a healthy level of cushioning around the heel, ankle and padded tongue for a supportive fit.
So it comes to fit, I found that the Infinity 3 was true to size, fits very similarly to the previous edition as far as I can tell. I've got a nice amount of room in the toe box, and yeah, perfectly happy, true to size in them.
The fit for me in the Infinity Run Flyknit 3 is true to size. I found them to be an incredibly comfortable shoe. They have a Flyknit upper which is very stretchy, and it just feels very comfortable to wear. I also found that there was a lot of space in the toe box at the front, largely due to the fact that this Flyknit upper is quite stretchy. So even on areas where my feet push slightly against the side of the shoe, it feels like a sock. So it's just sort of pushing out a little bit. It's a very comfortable shoe and definitely go true to size.
So about to head out and do my first run in the Nike Infinity Run 3. I'm just going to do an hour kind of easy stay. It's my Sunday run, so I'll just be running nice and gently to feel the kind of run that this shoe has always been very good for. Kind of first impressions putting it on and walking around in it. It really doesn't feel any different underfoot to the previous versions of the shoe. Like Nike's got a nice kind of stable, smooth ride there with the Infinity, and they kind of just seem to be tinkering with the upper, but we'll see if that impression holds over the course of the run. So yeah, lovely day, nice easy hour, let's go. So just finished up the run, very nice, enjoyable, kind of easy plod today in the sun. Yeah, really nice run, perfect shoe for this, the Infinity 3, it's fair to say. You know, you can just bob along, it's comfortable, but not overly squishy, keeps you kind of stable on the right track, you know, when your legs are tired like mine are at the moment after kind of a hard week of training. Yeah, it's just everything you kind of expect from the shoe, really. It hasn't changed at all from the previous generation as far as I can tell. The underfoot feel is certainly pretty much exactly the same, and you know, the new upper doesn't seem to have changed much from what I can tell. Like, I was worried about a little bit of heel slippage early on, but it wasn't really anything. Didn't amount to anything. It felt pretty secure after a while. My foot in the shoe, padding seems quite similar. Nothing to report really. Like, it's a good shoe, solid shoe, but I suppose right now, if I was looking at it, I'd be thinking about getting a bargain on the second version while they're still available, because the third version is more of the same, really, I'd say.
So I've actually done 2 5k runs in this shoe so far. I'm just coming off an injury at the moment, so I'm having to be a little bit careful how far I run, not to make it flare up again. So I've done 2 5k runs in this shoe so far, and those have been at very steady pace. So daily training miles at my base pace, which is around 5-minute kilometers basically, and I have really enjoyed running this shoe so far. I didn't really get a chance to test out the 2 version of the Infinity Run shoe when it came out. I have ran it a few times since then, but I didn't really get a chance to test it because I got it quite a lot later than the other guys. So this is the first time I've really had a chance to test it out and see how it feels. from the off. And yeah, I just think it's a very solid shoe. It just feels really comfortable. I think the biggest thing about this shoe is the level of stepping comfort I get from it straight away. So there's a lot of padding around the tongue, there's a bit around the ankle collar. That Flyknit upper just feels really soft and comfortable. And yeah, it just feels really nice and comfortable to wear from the off. The midsole, the React midsole. Now, I've not ran in many shoes that use React before to a high level. So most of the Nike shoes that I've tested before tend to be using Zoom X. React foam, I haven't used a great deal in the past. And from memory, and especially from testing the previous version of the Infinity Run, I did feel that it was quite a firm midsole foam. In this shoe, I don't think it feels as firm. I imagine it's exactly the same React foam as in that shoe, but it's softer than I remember. So it actually felt very nice and cushioned when I was running it today. It's not a soft midsole by any stretch of the imagination. It's sort of a nice balance between soft and hard, which is something you get with maybe fresh foam in New Balance. I think this is a very similar shoe to what you get in the New Balance Fresh Foam 1080 V11. So over those 2 runs, I found it to be very comfortable, just a solid shoe. It felt fine on the feet. I didn't do any fast sessions in it. I'm hoping to be able to do some of those soon for the full review. But yeah, overall, I just found it to be a very comfortable, enjoyable, solid shoe, which I had no complaints with over those 2 runs.
So for me, the Infinity 3 is kind of more of the same from Nike when it comes to this line of shoes. I think the underfoot feel has been very similar throughout the kind of 3 versions so far, and it's a pretty good thing. I think it's a good shoe. Like, it's got a nice, stable, comfortable base. It's very durable. It's reliable. You can put it on when you're tired, when you're fresh. You can use it for a little bit of tempo training, but not a lot in my experience. It's it's a great shoe for just eating up a lot of long miles at an easy pace. And that seems to remain the case with this shoe. I'd say my main gripe with the line in general is that it's quite expensive, I think, for what it is. And I think it would be a fantastic shoe I'd recommend to lots of beginners if it was down near the kind of Pegasus price, just over £100. So at the moment, like I say, at the end of the run, my recommendation would definitely be try and find the previous version for a little bit less while it's still available, because the shoes are very similar in my book. And if you want something more dramatic and exciting, the Nike Invincible or Asics Nova Blast are a bit kind of bouncier. This is very much a kind of, it's not firm, but it's it's stable and kind of firmish, almost reliable as I'd put it, and it's got that nice rocker for a kind of smooth ride. It's like a few kind of Hoka shoes, but maybe a bit firmer than things like the Mach 4 and that kind of thing. Yeah, it's a good shoe, delivered in exactly the same way today as I've expected from the Infinity line, and I like that in a shoe. I often pull it out during very heavy training periods for my long runs when I want something that is a bit kind of more stable than my normal neutral shoes. But yeah, there's nothing dramatically new here. If you know the Infinity already, you'll know what you're kind of getting with the Infinity 3.
So my verdict after those first couple of runs is that it's a very solid shoe, as it has been for many, many years. The Infinity Run series is a really popular shoe for those runners that just want one pair of trainers. I know a lot of people that run in this shoe, and have even ran marathons in this shoe because they just want to buy one pair and they want something that can cover them from training all the way up to the marathon. They may not be going for an amazing PB, they're not going for sub 3 attempts, but it will do the job, and you can still run at a fairly nice pace at it without it feeling slow or sluggish. It's quite a versatile shoe for that. Other than that, I just think it's a very comfortable, solid shoe. I've also really enjoyed just wearing this around town. It just feels very nice and enjoyable to wear. So I'm looking forward to doing a lot more miles in this and seeing how it delivers, especially because I am a big fan of cushion shoes. So my favourite shoe at the moment is a New Balance More V3. I love that cushioning. There's loads in there. This doesn't have as much cushioning in that as that. So it's got a similar foam. The fresh foam in New Balance is a similar foam to the React foam for me. So I'm interested to see how this delivers for somebody that is really big on cushioned shoes. So yeah, looking forward to testing it out a little bit more. So that's it from myself and Nick on the first run for the Infinity Run Flyknit 3. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that little bell icon. It really does make a difference. And if you really want to show your appreciation for our videos, we've also set up a Ko-fi account, so you can buy us a coffee if you fancy it. But other than that, don't forget to check the channel out for all the other videos we've got from the latest road and trail shoes, as well as watches and headphones out at the moment. And again, a big thanks to ProDirect for setting us up with these shoes so that we could test them early. Thanks a lot. See you soon.